Again, y'all, this is just something that I love about Trim Healthy Mama. You can eat cake for breakfast. Oh my gosh. Their recipes are so full of super healthy, delicious, wonderful protein, vitamin, collagen-rich, healthy fat foods. And I found, oh my gosh, I don't recommend this often, maybe like once a month as a treat. But I found a recipe called Candy Bar in a Jar, and I was craving me some chocolate. I normally have just a piece of skinny chocolate, or maybe I have a couple of the chewy superfood chews. And I do that kind of every day just because I'm a chocoholic, love my chocolate. This recipe, here are the macros on it. That's why I don't recommend it all the time, but oh my gosh. Sunday, I was just a raving maniac. I had a great day at church. Everything was fine. There was nothing going on. It was just a hormone day. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, all I wanted for dinner was chocolate. That was it. So I found this recipe, and I've made it before. But I looked up my macros just to be sure that I could eat this for dinner and just sort of skip my dinner because this is all I wanted. Anyway, 432 calories. It's not a light meal, okay? 28 grams of healthy, good for you protein the way I make it. Not necessarily the way the recipe says because I put in a little bit of pressed peanut flour, so that changes it up a little bit. 6 carbs. 32 grams of fat, but the fat in this is from your MCT oil, and I don't know what other fat is in there, but it's not that much. Anyway, this recipe is super simple, super quick. Here are my ingredients. I'll just go through and show you. This is my protein, pressed peanut flour, integral collagen, a little gentle sweet. Here's my pink mineral salt, my Hershey's dark cocoa, my MCT oil, and some pure vanilla. And, oh, there's my other fat right there. Oh, can you see it? 1 teaspoon of butter. Anyway, I'm going to throw this together super, super quickly, and I'm going to put you down here so hopefully you can see me mixing it together. So what we're going to do, this is the way I love it, because I love me some peanut butter and chocolate. Here's 1 tablespoon of pressed peanut flour. 1 tablespoon of dark cacao powder, 2 tablespoons of pristine whey protein, or I'm just using an unflavored, unsweetened, cold microfiltered whey protein. There's 1, 2. Here is a ½ tablespoon of collagen. I'm going to eye this because I don't have a ½ tablespoon measure. So there's a ½ tablespoon of collagen. Gentle sweet. This is kind of to taste, but the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon, and it works out pretty well. I like the 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. Now, keep in mind, if you are using gentle sweet or any sweetener that has, I think it's the erythritol in it, it is dangerous for dogs. You want to keep this away from your dogs. Make sure that you don't accidentally drop some because it can really create a problem. We're going to have 2 generous pinches of mineral salt. I like a little bit more than just a little pinch, so I'm using 3 fingers on this because I love the salty with the sweet. We're going to gently mix that up just to kind of break up the lumps in my sweetener. Can you see this? It's starting to look like a beautiful chocolate. Then I'm going to add that teaspoon of room temperature butter. I'm going to just sort of mash that in a little. Yes, I'm from the South. I said mash. I'm gonna mash it in there. That's one of my mom's colloquialisms, is mashing. So I mashed in the butter. We're going to add a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And I'm going to sort of drizzle it around a little bit because we want to mix it in the whole thing. Mix that up a little bit. And then we're going to start. It's starting to get a little bit clumpy, which is fine. We're going to start with 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. I have found that it's a little tiny bit over a tablespoon is what I end up using, but it's not much. Again, we're going to just drizzle that around the bowl. I'm going to stick my spoon in there and clean some of that out so we don't lose any of that yummy chocolate goodness. And again, I'm just sort of mashing it around. I made this too wet one time and it just wasn't as appetizing. This is almost like a, maybe if you've made the truffles or something like that, this is almost the consistency of a truffle. I just don't bother to roll it up in little balls because, you know, it's just a preference. I eat it straight from the spoon because, y'all, I just love this stuff. So you can see this is getting to be like a crumbly kind of texture. And you just need to add your MCT oil very gingerly to make it the texture that you like. Now, I'm good with this. I don't feel the need to add any more. So I'm just gonna, y'all, it's just like eating a candy bar. The only thing that could make this better, only thing, and I'm not kidding, would be a bright orange wrapper with a picture of that little cup on it. Yeah, but that would have to be a lot healthier. So, if we could make this, put it in that orange wrapper with the little cup on it, throw that thing in the freezer and take it out and chew on it a little bit, I think it'd be perfect. Y'all, we need this food right here for life, to live, to enjoy. But we need Jesus.